Hey, this is Tiffany with Simply Mellow Vibes Travel, and I am a self-love and travel coach. So I'm going to be sharing with you today 5 tips on how to boost your confidence, boost your happiness. This has totally worked for me, and I know it'll work for you as long as you actually put it into practice, okay? So my first tip is to do affirmations daily. Now, that sounds pretty like cliche. We've all heard affirmations, but they totally work. You just have to do them and you have to be consistent. So what I do is I have my affirmations programmed into my phone. They pop up at certain times as different intervals, whatever I set them at, right? So at this point, I pretty much know whenever I hear a ding, I'm like, it's this affirmation. And it's like every day, and it's programming. It's programming. We've all been programmed. It's just what have you been programmed with? So it's like a reprogramming, especially if you've been programmed with a lot of negative things. It's totally necessary. So affirmations, totally the first tip that is crucial. So put them in your phone. The phone is like something we carry with us all the time. We have all these things on our phone. Put your affirmations in your phone. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, another one that's kind of cliche, exercise. And it's crazy because I am not an exercise person. I think pretty much most people who know me know I'm like not an exercise person. I am now becoming an exercise person. I've liked yoga for like a long time, but I don't like to exercise. I never liked sports or anything like that. I've done them, but I really didn't enjoy it. Yeah, and that was one of my resolutions. Like I would do the gym like once a week. Where I last lived, we had a gym on our property, and I would do that once a week with my cousin. And but then I didn't do any. I moved back home to Massachusetts, and I didn't do anything. And I was like, oh man, I really need to exercise. And so I made that my resolution, and not just a once a week thing, but a daily thing. So when I get up now, I wake up and I do a workout anywhere from like 5 to 15 minutes, sometimes longer. And 5 minutes doesn't seem like much, but honestly, totally makes a difference. It depends on what kind of workout you're doing. I tend to do like these quick, intense ones. And then it gives you like totally more energy for the day. Your energy's boosted, and you just feel better. And I've been doing that since the beginning of the year, and I've been doing it every single day on the weekdays, not the weekends. I take a few days off for rest. But that's a big one, because even if it's like small things like 5 minutes, like you start to see the difference and you feel the difference. And that's definitely something that will boost your confidence, because you're like, oh, this is fitting a little bit better now. Yeah. So exercise, yes. And number 3, okay, so this is a big one for me because I am into clothes. I'm not like this huge fashion person, but I'm just into expressing myself the way I want to with my clothes. So dress to express. That is my 3rd tip. I know a lot of us have these really annoying jobs that are, you have a dress code. Literally, that has always been like my first question that I asked in the interview. Is there a dress code? Because I can't stand it. I've had the fortune of a ton of my jobs in the last few years have been like wear whatever you want, barring maybe like ripped jeans, even though like the cutest jeans are ripped jeans, right? So, but I've never really been like super confined into like a recent job. And then it's like, oh, you have to think about what you're wearing. And then it was only like dress down Fridays. But, like I love to just be able to wear whatever I want when I want to. Like one of my favorite things, I literally am so 50-50, kind of like a bohemian style, and the other 50 is like badass, like biker chick or something. And then there's stuff in between, so I guess it's not 50-50, but I just want to wear whatever I want to wear whenever I want to wear it, and it just depends on my mood. So if you could find some way to express yourself through your clothes, I've had to figure out super creative ways to be able to wear leggings so it wasn't like in slacks. Like, you know, I can't stand feeling like I'm some freaking pod person, and that's what I feel like if I try to put myself in like professional clothes. I feel disgusting, and I feel like I want to like scream. So I've had to figure out creative ways where I can wear leggings because they're not jeans, and then dress it up a little bit, but still have my own flavor in it. And I've had like, coworkers are like, oh, I love the way you dress, and it's so like simple, but it's creative, and it's like, yeah, like you have to do what you have to do. And I know like on the weekends, a lot of people like to relax, obviously, but if you really don't have that flexibility where you can try to figure stuff out for work and you're in like these corporate uniforms, get out of bed and actually to put something on that you really want to wear, that it shows who you are. And honestly, it just makes you feel so much better when it's just like, it's you, like I'm me, and I can like, because it's like I wouldn't wear this stuff if I didn't have to. So wear the stuff that you want to wear when you have the time to do that. So that is tip number 3. Number 4 is to do more of the little things that make you happy. Maybe they're not things that you really think about because they're just so small, but things that make you feel better immediately when they're done. For me, sometimes I don't always make the bed. Most times, like 90% of the time I make the bed. But that's one of my things. Like, I feel like totally a mess if I haven't made my bed, and I just feel like, no, like things are falling apart. So I realized like I need to make my bed in order to feel better, in order to feel happier. Another one for me is like painting my nails. I used to be like huge on my nails. I would do like all kinds of elaborate designs all the time. My nails were always filed. Like like they were just always done. And I don't know the last time that I really, really did that. And I was like, probably like a week, 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know the last time I did anything to my nails. It's been months. Like, they look jacked. I'm breaking them because I'm doing all this stuff. Like, I've just been like all over the place. And I'm like, no, take the time to paint your nails. I tend to chill on Saturdays and, catch up on YouTube videos. That's one of the small things that makes me happy. Blackpink videos in particular. And I was like, I don't need to be doing nothing while I'm doing this. Like, I paint my nails. So I painted my nails, it takes like less than an hour. And oh my gosh, it's my favorite color of nail polish thus far. And I've had it for like a long time. Like probably 4 years I've had this color. Like, is usually the color that I paint my nails now. And then I feel like a freaking rock star when my nails are painted. And then they're just more noticeable when they're painted, and I just feel good. It doesn't matter if like I am wearing whatever that maybe makes me feel something frumpy or whatever. If I look at my nails, I'm just like, dag, girl, you're fine. Like, I just feel great. So whatever those little things are. Like, another one for me, movies. I was like, I don't know the last time I've been I really don't know the last time I've been to a movie. And then so I went with my sister, but normally I like to go by myself. For me, that's therapeutic, to just be in a movie theater by myself. No one's trying to talk to me like, wait, what did they just say? Like, no. So that's one of my little things. I'm like, I really don't know the last time I've been to, like, I've had like we've all been there. We've had like really busy, like crazy times. And sometimes you're doing some of the things that you like, but sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh, like a long time goes by. But do more of the little things that you like. Like, it's super, super important for your happiness. So, Number 5 is to make your home a place that you actually want to be. So I have a cousin who, she's very minimalist, which is fine, but it's not really out of like choice. I'd say it's more out of like, I just don't feel like it. And, which is a choice. But, with me, like, I want my place to be homey. I want it to be cozy. And, her being at my place all the time, she's just like, oh my gosh, I need to do stuff with my apartment. And so she started getting pictures and putting things on the wall, and she's like, oh, I'd like to be in my place now. And that's important. Like, surround yourself with things that you like. I mean, it sounds so basic, but there's so many people who don't do that. I've had tons of people come into my place and be like, oh my gosh, like I need to do something like this. Like, yeah, like it should be somewhere you want to be. Like, and I'm a homebody. That's probably why. As much as I like to travel, if I'm not traveling, I like to be home. Like, I don't really like going out that much. It's like, no, you can come to me. Like, I tend to host a lot of things at my place, and I've hosted like groups at my place, like for church, because I don't want to go out. I'd rather have everyone come to me, and because I like to be at home so much, like it better be something that I like. It better look the way I want it to look. Like that's super important. So surround yourself with the things that you like. I mean, it's so simple, but so many people do not do it. Those are my 5 tips, but bonus, of course, there's a 6. There's a surprise, and it's travel. Like, totally boost your confidence. How does it boost your confidence? Because you're going out there, you're exploring, you're becoming more like just attuned to like everything else that's in the world, and you're discovering parts of yourself and learning that you can like do things that are outside of your normal. That's huge. We spend so much time like in our own little bubbles, but there are so many other bubbles. Explore the other bubbles. Pop those bubbles. And yeah, so travel is like huge for confidence. I can't tell you how much confidence I gained traveling, especially because I travel by myself 99.9% of the time. So and it's just like necessary. So travel, and then it makes you happy. It makes you so happy. It makes you so happy. Like I can't wait for my next trip, which is soon, very soon. And those are my tips. And since we're ending on the travel note, of course I have bonus material for you guys, and it is 5 tips on how to start traveling more, and my how to pack like an OG traveler packing checklist. And it's so crucial because I like to use a checklist when I'm packing so I don't forget anything, and then I make sure I have it so when I'm coming back home, like I don't forget anything. And it's just, you can't tell me you've never forgotten something when you packed. You just can't tell me that. And then you're spending money trying to get a replacement for it. So this like covers everything. And so you can get that here by clicking below, both of those things by clicking below. Those are the bonuses. And thank you for like being with me for this like super quick, super chill video. So I hope that you actually like implement those tips. They are small, but they are important, and it's always like the little steps that build to make something even bigger. And yeah, I mean, you can imagine like where I was before, like when I was like younger. Like this self-love thing is a journey. Duh. Journey to self-love, my program. But it's so true. Like it's an everyday journey. And if you only knew where I was before, like there's no way I would have believed that I would have my own site and my own program and my own a lot of things and be here like on video and comfortable, because that just wasn't a thing. So it is just tons of little steps, and they all make a difference. So please implement them. They will do you some good. And I will see you on the flip side. I don't know what that flip side is, but I'll see you there. All right, bye.